great Francesco Esposito, winner of 7 gold medals, one of the great scullers of all time, sitting in the bow seat of the Italian double. And it's the Italians have gone straight into the lead again. Mr. Esposito looking for his 8th gold medal.
Once again, just to emphasise, a lightweight race, which means that none of these men may weigh more than 72.5 kilos. It's the Spanish combination, José Maria de Marco and Juan Carlos Sáez, and on the far side, Poland. But here's the famous Italian duo.
Esposito at bow and his stroke, Paolo Pittino. Very experienced double. Pittino was in the quad, the Italian quad that won in 1991. And they are leading the pack.
Indeed, they are setting the pace ahead of Australia in lane 4. Just about in 2nd place, and then 3rd in lane 2 in black, the red and white boat, New Zealand.
The Australians in 2nd place, Gary Lynagh and Bruce Hick, they've taken up the baton from the other 2 great lightweights, Peter Anthony and Steve Hawkins, who won the gold medal last year at the Olympics at heavyweight level, both lightweights, and now these 2 new lightweights have taken up that mantle.
Italy well clear at the moment, ahead of the Australians in 2nd place, but here are the New Zealanders. This is Robert Hamill in the bow, Michael Rodger at the stroke, and these 2, the combination that finished 4th, just outside the medals last year, and they're also in the firing line at the moment. The Swiss in lane 3, red and white strip, that's the brothers, Michael and Markus Gier. Switzerland, remember, already with 1 silver medal, so a good morning for them. And a confirmation that Italy won 29.86 for the first 500, but the rest all pretty close up, with the exception perhaps of Spain, who've left themselves a little bit of work to do in lane number 5.
Australia have checked the Italian advance. They're sculling extremely well. They're beautiful technicians, the boat running very, very well. But these 2 at the lead at the moment, Italy out in front, very, very methodical, very strong, played beautifully together.
They're going to have to try and stay there. The Australians still marching on them. In lane number 2, the New Zealanders also trying to go with this little attack by the Australians. And, Switzerland now moving up as well.
Poland in the hunt on the far side there, but here, Australia, very, very cool sculling here, extremely accurate, but working at a slightly lower rating, slightly higher geared probably than Italy, but sitting in 2nd place, looking very threatening.
Halfway point, 1,000 metres, and still Italy. Time for that 2nd quarter, 1:35.79. It's still very much in command. But there's quite a distance between them and the Australians, and that might not be too easy for them to manage.
With a man of Esposito's experience, he doesn't get pulled back. It's very, very rare for him to get pulled back. It'd have to be a very good crew to do that. But Poland's still in the picture there. Here are the Gier brothers, and just outside them, still looking very relaxed there, the Australians. Very long, low rating, moving their boat very, very nicely indeed.
Michael Gier in the bow. Markus Gier, the younger brother, 23, celebrates his birthday on New Year's Day every year.
The Poland's blade work beginning to look ragged there at the finishes, throwing up quite a lot of water. Still there in the hunt. Spain just inside them, but Australia leading the 3. And now Australia beginning to mount a challenge there. They've pushed the rate and they're moving back on Italy. Italy trying to respond, but Australia in the last 200 metres have pulled back and are coming back at every stroke.
And Switzerland have got their bow into 3rd place ahead of the New Zealanders as well. So really the attack plans now happening, and these men are the ones who are under pressure. And look at the pressure there by Australia. They really are flying through this 3rd quarter.
Australia moving very, very well indeed. They've been sitting there for the first 1,000 metres, that little bit lower, making sure they made no mistakes. Then they made their attack at 1,100 metres. And can Esposito hold them back? Can Pittino hold them back? Quick look across.
It look pretty concerned to me every time they look across now, because that really is a superb attack. And at 1,500 metres, I can tell you, Dan, 1:36.28 for the third quarter by Australia. And that's the closing difference.
You can see the way that the Australians are dropping their sculls in right back where they reach. They're missing no water at all. Very, very accurate. Picking it up with the leg drive. Oh, a couple of bad strokes there from Pittino. Went in under squared. That might have cost him a little bit. He's beginning to struggle, and the Australians have got through. It's Australia who've hit the front with 250 metres to go. The Swiss coming as well. Can the Italians hold off the Swiss for the silver medal?
Wow, what a finishing prospect. Have the Italians got anything? They're really trying to come back on the Australians now. Switzerland in a good flow as well. New Zealand trying to put themselves on term. And the Spanish really trying to up the rate on the far side. What a finishing prospect here. Australia lead at the moment, coming into the final phase.
And Switzerland putting pressure now on the Australians. It's Switzerland pushing, Australia holding them off. Australia have made a big push. Can they hold on?
Right into the final phase now. Australia and Switzerland are gaining and gaining, centimetre by centimetre. And the Italians are trying to raise their game, but they can't do it. But the Swiss might. The Swiss are absolutely flying, and the line comes in time, I think, for Australia. And Italy hold on for bronze. In fourth place looked to be the Spanish, ahead of New Zealand, and Poland completing the lineup. But my goodness, the Swiss have given them a fright.
Yeah, they mounted that attack just a little bit too far back. The Australians have made their big push. The Australians just got that. The Australians made their big push just after the 1,000-metre mark, moved on Italy, but then had very little to hold off the Swiss. And as you rightly said, the line just came in time for them. Another stroke and it would have been finished.